You're listening to Men of Abundance, episode 244. Hustle and grinding does not lead to true abundance.
Welcome to Men of Abundance, the podcast for those looking to level up their lives by hanging out with some of the greatest leaders and established professionals in our community, living a life of integrity, honor, and the abundance mentality. Prepare to pay it forward with your host, former Army medic turned lifestyle entrepreneur, Wally Carmichael.
What is going on, Men of Abundance? I am Wally Carmichael, your founder and host of the Men of Abundance podcast, the Pay It Forward community, and today is Pay It Forward Friday. This is where I basically go over some thoughts that are going on in my head, pay it forward from anything that I learned over the week, or just whatever I feel like talking about. And today, I'm talking about hustle and grinding. This is not what led to my abundance, to the abundances in my life and the lifestyle that I currently have. Now, make no mistake about it. I was hustling and grinding for many, many years. And all I see all over the internet these days, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and anywhere else that entrepreneurs, business owners, and coaches hang out, is hustle and grind. That is not how I got to this life of abundance and prosperity I've created for myself and my family. In fact, I don't even like the words grind and hustle. I never have. Hustle just kind of reminds me of, some guy in a long purple trench coat with a big old giant hat, walking with a cane, standing on a street corner. Fill in the rest of that picture. That's what I see from a hustle. Or the idea of a car salesman standing on the car lot waiting for people, kind of like vultures standing around waiting for somebody to drive on the lot so they can swoop in or take their turn. That's what I see in hustle and grind. It's just gritty. It just doesn't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Look, I'm not here to judge anyone who wants to take that route, who wants to hustle and grind. And if you're single and you're young, get it in early. But I'm telling you, don't miss too much going on in your life. If you want to work your ass off from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m., day in and day out, look, go for it. Do your thing. All I can tell you is this. I did that for many years. Even when I was active duty in the Army, I would come home from work, put on a suit, and go out and hustle some product or service that I was sure was going to make me a millionaire and create financial and time freedom for my family and I. I would even hustle and grind when I was deployed to countries like Albania, Germany, and Iraq, and all over the world. Although I do have to say, the hustle that I had in Iraq was very lucrative and served many soldiers and civilian and contractors. I was very busy as the company first started in Iraq. So I was never technically off duty, but I made time to learn how to sell, install, and service satellite systems so soldiers and civilians could get connected to the internet and get connected to their families back home. And I made a lot of money providing an amazing service. But other than the soldiers that were there, my family was not there with me. So I had really that time. I didn't have to worry about spending the time with family. I was always with my soldiers anyway. And it kept me busy during a very stressful time on my journey. However, even when I was back home with my family, I spent just about every waking moment when I wasn't at work learning to make more money so that I could live life on my terms. I wanted to live where I wanted to live and do what I wanted to do without a boss telling me what to do and how much I could earn for my time. And I bet that's something close to what you want in your life, for your family, and for yourself, am I right? Well, like you, I thought I was taking the right action and winning just by putting in the time. But here's the reality of 15 plus years of the hustle and grind. I went $30,000 in credit card debt. It took about 4 years to recover from that debt, and then I did it again. Yes, another $30,000 plus. I think it was between $28,000 and $30,000. But I learned my lesson the second time. The money invested was an education that I could, and did, recover from. The time lost with my 2 oldest boys and the first 15 years of my marriage can never be recovered. I never or seldom took my boys camping, to ball games, or just to the park. I was hustling too much and always thought someday I would be able to do that. Those days never came. So at some point I had to sit down and ask myself the question, what are you doing it for? In fact, my wife always asked me, Wally, what the hell are you chasing? To which I would reply, I'm doing all this for the family. And I truly felt I was, just as you do, right? But here's the thing, there's a much better way to create money and time freedom for your family while you enjoy the time you have with them now. This is what I finally learned after many, many years of an expensive education. Now, I know this is where I may lose you. Just stick with me on this, and keep in mind, if you listen back to the 240 plus conversations I've had on Men of Abundance, you will hear a constant theme and many similarities of those of us who are truly living a life of abundance and prosperity. Here's the short list of some of the most important things that I learned over the course of the last 26 years, the 15 years of not doing it right, and then of the last couple years of finally getting it right. Number one, put family time, fitness time, spiritual time, and leisure time on your calendar first. Number one, get a calendar. If you don't have a calendar, do that. But put those items on your calendar first. Everything else goes around that time because this is the most important time of each and every day, and it will be long after your job or after your business or whatever else you have professionally going on in your life. Take massive focused action and be in the moment. Be in the moment when you're working just as much as you're in the moment when you're sitting down playing Legos with your little guy or having a tea party with your little girl or whatever it is that you're doing with your kids and your family. Learn and fully support your spouse and your kids' goals. You may not enjoy their goals. You may not enjoy their hobbies and the things that they enjoy doing. It's not about you. It's about them. Learn what they enjoy doing and do it with them. Include your family in your goals. Make it a family affair. Even your business goals, even your professional goals, include them. They will enjoy doing part of what you do and seeing what you do, just like my little guy likes to come and get in on a podcast once in a while. He likes to be involved in what I do, and he mimics what I do, which I think is really cool. Give to others unconditionally. Time, treasures, and talents. I can't express this enough. There's something about it that when you give to others, it makes you feel good, it makes them feel good, and it gives back to the community. And there's so many things going on when you give to others unconditionally. And the last one that I have for you today, and there are many more, but this is always the first and the last. This can be put both at the beginning and the end because it encompasses the whole bit. Because without this last one, nothing else matters. Nothing else will work. This is the glue that brings it all together. Be grateful for everything you already have in your life. Be grateful of the income that you have, regardless of how much or how little it is. Be grateful for the relationships. Be grateful for the connections. Be grateful for your health, regardless of where it's at. You are above ground at this point in time. You woke up this morning, and you can create. As long as you can create and have relationships and have conversations, however it is that you do that, then be grateful for all of that. Now check this out. Slowing down is speeding up. You would think by redirecting focus from the hustle and the grind of earning your money in your business or side hustle to family, faith, and fitness would greatly slow your progress to the life of abundance and prosperity that you feel you deserve. However, this is far from the truth. The fact is, when you finally realize your why, whatever that is to you, you will see you can have that now. You can enjoy the journey on your way to more. What this will do is make you focus your working hours on taking massive action, and the right action. You won't have time to mess around on social media, TV, or other non-productive activity. You will get more done in less time. You will reach milestones and goals much faster than you would think. I'm telling you this because I know this as fact. Just as one example, I met my goal to retire before 50. I reached that goal December of 2018, and I turned 50 May 5th of this year in just a couple months. Now, how I did that is for another conversation, but just know I had that on my calendar for many, many years, many calendars throughout the years. I've had that I wanted to retire before I was 50. Well, actually, I'll say I wanted to retire before I was 40, but that time came and passed because that was during the time that I was grinding and hustling. It's when I slowed down and started being grateful for what I had in my life and giving more and realizing the abundance that I have in my life is when I started reaching my goals and milestones. Now I truly do what I want, when I want, and I have no boss telling me what to do, not even my wife, because we do most everything together. Now I can go on and on about this subject, but for now, I want you to go kiss and hug your family, spend quality time with them, and start living your life of abundance. And as always, guys, make sure to pay it forward. Share Men of Abundance with others, or at least share this message in your own words with others who you feel need to